Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Would You Like to Run an Idle Cafe? My name is MS-Punk1, and last video we first was talking with Ichigo about our colleagues, or rather, I think Ichigo in a way was just kind of fangirling over my colleagues. Well, we also tried to make her eat her food properly. Then a couple of days later, things was about to happen at work. We managed to avoid a disaster by intervene with between Mayuki and a customer who was impolite or rude. And I guess we saved multiple things there. So yeah, and when we tried to have a conversation with Ko, but that didn't really work out. But we later realized or noticed that she was actually listening to music the entire time, so she didn't hear us. But what will happen now? A few days later. Workers shuffled off to the break room with Miss Miyamori's consent to get changed and collect our belongings. Well, that's what most of us do, at least. But Mayuki proves to be an exception to this rule. She glances about the cafe when she's sure nobody's looking, she slips off to the kitchen. Wonder what she's doing. She's stealing leftover food? But why would she bother? I've been working with Mayuki for several weeks, but I still don't know much about her or her home life. For all I know, her parents could be poor. Her father could have a huge debt to the Yakuza. The mother is struggling, stay-at-home mother trying to feed a slew of children. Mayuki's job at this cafe could be all keeping Shinomones with a roof over their heads. She's stealing food on the sly to feed her parents or siblings. In my mind's eye, she now has at least 5 of them. I'm sure it's no wonder she's so assured and aloof. Takes her work at the Seaside Cafe seriously because it's all she has. She's working herself to the bone, day in and day out, to look after her brothers and sisters, all while trying to be a good role model. Mayuki really is adorable. Admirable, rather. Blinking back tears, I follow Mayuki to the kitchen. But I'm a little too late. She's not there anymore. Where did she go? I look around momentarily stumped, but soon I realize the door at the back of the kitchen, which leads out to the street, is slightly ajar. Did Mayuki slip out the cafe already? Has she gone home? That doesn't make much sense. Sorry. She hasn't changed out of her uniform yet. The rest of her clothes will still be stashed away in her locker in the break room. What's going on? I never fancied myself as much of a detective, despite watching a whole bunch of Detective Conan as a kid. I think that's an anime. Some anime I haven't really heard of actually. But my senses are tingling. I haven't seen it if it is actually an anime. I haven't seen it, but I've maybe seen the name somewhere because I think I recognize it. Whatever. There's clearly something afoot, and I'm determined to solve this case. I let myself out of the back entrance, then glance around for the elusive Mayuki. Fortunately, it doesn't take all that long for me to locate her. She's crouched down on the street corner, still attired in a maid outfit. Her frilly dress pulls about her legs, and her long hair tumbles down her back in waves. It's the evening, but the sun hasn't set yet. It's still high in the sky, illuminating the top of Mayuki's head with its golden rays. It also illuminates the opened tin of tuna she's holding in a gloved hand, and the fishy flakes inside it. Meanwhile, a black cat observes Mayuki from a few paces away. Its tail twitches, its green eyes very bright. I think the cat might be a stray. It's not wearing a collar, and it looks rather thin. Its coat is dusty, its paws dirty, and some of its whiskers are bent. It's quite the pitiful thing. I hesitated to call it cute. But Mayuki is smiling at it gently regardless. Mayuki wafts the tin of tuna in the cat's direction. Now I see what's going on. If it wasn't already immediately obvious. Mayuki was taking food from the kitchen, but not to feed her starving family. She was trying instead to feed this starving feline. I'm glad Mayuki's dad probably doesn't owe Yakuza any money. That'd be way too grim a fate to wish upon one of my colleagues. Mayuki clicks her tongue and continues to waft a can of tuna. The cat continues to eye her at a distance, no doubt wary. But eventually Mayuki's cajoling proves too much for it. It purrs when approaches her. A wide smile captures Mayuki's face. She looks happier than I ever seen her before. So blissful, she's positively beaming. Hideyoshi. cat purrs in response and nuzzles its head against Mayuki's palm. Mayuki's response is one of Eleton. She squeaks and the tremor passes through her from toe to tip. Yuki sets the tin of tuna on the ground. Yuki begins to stroke the cat while it peeks at her offering of tuna. It looks so exciting, I can't help but snort. Yuki was utterly enchanted by the cat, but my abrupt laughter draws attention. She turns to look at me, still crouching, her eyes wide. Long enough, I heard you trying to coax the cat over. I'm guessing you like animals. Mayuki glances away from me, her face flushed. You mean Miss Miyamori? Mayuki sighs. Mayuki strokes the cat while she something. Tranquil smile on her face. She looks like she's on cloud 9. But when she glances back at me, the smile fades. She frowns. I won't tell Miss Miyamori, don't worry. I promise. This is between you and me. Mayuki's face turns red. Sure. Oh wow, this reaction is even cuter than I expected. I feel with a sudden sadistic urge to poke fun of Mayuki. Should I succumb to the devil on my shoulder? Yeah, why not? I'm sure you're not, and I'm sure it didn't, but I'm green. My heart's beating pretty hard right now. I didn't know you had such a sweet side. It's quite a discovery. I feel like I'm looking at you with new eyes. Toyotomi Hideyoshi. A frown. Is that the cat's name? Mayuki nods. You named him after the Sengoku warlord. Right. I don't know if Toyotomi Hideyoshi was renowned for being cute, but I won't question it. Mayuki's naming sense is a bit off, but her love for cats is clearly unparalleled. I didn't know she was such a softy at heart. And green. I feel like I learned a lot about my colleague today. Wonder if we gotten even closer. A few days later. Down it. I had a pretty rough morning, and when I arrive at work it's with a limp. I woke up late and didn't have enough time to eat breakfast. When I had to run to work, and in the process I slipped and skinned my knee. My pants are sticking to my leg, and each step I take makes me grit my teeth together. I haven't as concerned the damage as myself just yet, but I can tell it's bleeding. It's smart. I'm not really looking forward to the prospects of spending a day on my feet, taking orders and carrying dishes to and from the café to the kitchen. It's not like I cannot do my job though. I've only been here for a few weeks, and I don't want to make a bad impression. I'm glad Miss Miyamori decided to hire me despite my unsavory past, and I want to show my appreciation by working hard. I got to do my best regardless. There's no time to fuss about my stupid old knee. I have one more, so I try to forget about it. That's my plan, but Ko peers at me when I enter the break room, her lips pursed. Why you ask? Oh no, I glanced to one side. I blushed and scratched my cheek with one finger. I I don't want to make Ko or any of my colleagues, for that matter, worry. Sure, my knee does hurt, but it's not a big deal. It's on a stupid scrape. I'm an adult, and I can deal with it. It's fine, don't concern yourself with me. It's alright, really. You don't need to worry. Who plants her hands upon her hips? Mayuki-like. Look over... Mayuki-like look over a 40 on her pretty face. What? Take a step back, my face burning red. I'm not taking off my pants. Jeez, you don't beat around the bush, do you? I cut Ko off before she can say something embarrassing. Don't you have any shame? Ko shrugs her shoulders in response, and I sigh. I'm sorry, but you can't ask me to take my pants off. Doesn't seem appropriate. We don't have that kind of relationship. You know, the kind where we are intimate, I guess. That's what Ko says, but I have my doubts. This is the girl who listens to ambient goat noises to relax after all. I don't think she has a firm grasp of what's normal and what isn't. In fact, she actively seems to repel normalcy. Well, since you're offering. Of course I'd like to do those things. What guy wouldn't? You're very cute, Ko. Ko spreads her arms wide. It's a nice invitation, but I'm afraid I have to decline. I don't know if I'm really in the mood. My knee still hurts. Look here, Ko. You're a nice girl, and I know you don't mean any ill, but you're taking this a bit too far. Are you even aware of what you're saying? I guess it's not, but I'd really rather not take my pants off in front of you. It's fine, I know where I am wounded. Well, wounded is a bit of an overstatement. It's true my knee's bleeding a bunch. I don't think it's a particularly deep cut. You don't need to examine me, I just can't cut my knee. Cow fawns. Frowns. That's kind of you, but my shift starts in like 5 minutes and I'm not changed yet. Oh jeez. I hadn't wanted to tell anybody about my blooded knee for fear of catching alarm, but I guess it's too late for that now. Goes sharper than she looks, and she cottoned onto the tooth in about 5 seconds flat. Now she knows about my injury. It'd be pointless to try and hide it from her further. I guess I got to swallow my pride. Alright, fine. I'll let you look after it if you really truly want to. A rare smile captures Co's lips. But I'm not going to pull my pants off. Not in front of you. Well, the spirits move on. I'm not about to show you any of my exciting parts. I'm a pure maiden at heart. Well, the day has just begun if your shift is just beginning, so there's still time. Just draw my pants up. That should be enough, right? Why does she look so sad? Did she want to see me in the state of undress that badly? Co might not look it, but it seems like she's something of a pervert. I do as instructed, while Co takes a napkin and wets it at the sink. Co then kneels before me. The thrill of her, the frill hem of her maid uniform pulling around her thighs, and looks up at me. Given a position, I have a bird's eye view of her cleavage. The uniform is rather low cut, and it reveals an awful lot of Co's milky skin. It's quite an appealing sight. Yes, ma'am. Co presses the damp napkin to my blooded knee, and I swallow. This feels pretty good, actually. It stings a bit, but Co takes a great pains to be gentle. She doesn't push too hard, and she isn't too insistent. My fingers brush against my skin, and I sigh. For some reason my heart's starting to race. Why does this feel so intimate? Co's compromising position, coupled with the deft motion of her hands is having a curious effect on my body. Yeah. Co pauses in her wiping to examine me. The head tipped to one side. I'm fine. No, I'm just thinking you were pretty good at taking care of people. I didn't expect it. Yeah, sorry about this. I'll try and be more careful in the future. Really now? That's a surprise. Tell such horrible fortunes all the time. I figured you were something of a sadist. She has a point. So, my expression softens. I didn't understand Co either when we first met, but I'm beginning to get a grip on the thought process. She's a bad person. If she was, she wouldn't be so concerned about my knee. No matter how grim her fortunes, she is trying to aid others in her own strange, cool-like way. How can I dislike her for that? I know we haven't known one another all that long, but I offer her a small smile. I could try to understand you too, if you like. Yeah, give it a shot. From this day forward, Mayuki won't be your only friend. I wouldn't mind being your friend too. Okay, but I think that's a good place for this video, so hope you liked it, and if you did, so leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!